So I did amethyst on the outer part, pink frost on the inner part. Now I'm going to take my brush, start with the purple, kind of pat that in and get that where I want it, and then go over and start patting into the other one and slightly pulling over to kind of create a mid-tone color, and then go into the last bit and bring that over and kind of smudge that out. And then we've created a really nice purple ombre eye. Okay, so again, get your purple where you want it. Go over to that middle part of the pink, pull that over some. Create that mid-tone and then kind of tap into the lightest pink and blend that out. Okay, pretty good. I'm gonna take my, excuse me, my sandstone pearl. This is like perfectly my skin tone. So I really like it. I'll use it as a highlight. I'll actually use it to conceal. When I don't feel like getting out the foundation, I'll use this quickly. And so this is my highlight color. So I use this where I need highlight, which would be underneath my eyes, top of my cheekbones, and then under my chin. I'm sorry, the lower part of my cheeks. I really need to more so conceal. But also we want this part to be a little bit darker. So I take my foundation brush that I normally use. Actually, let me blend out my eyes first. So I'll take this kind of fluffy brush. And then go ahead and blend that out. And then you have 3 minutes for this to like fully set. So you've got plenty of time to work all parts of your face. So I kind of do a combination of patting under my eye and then lightly rubbing to blend. I forgot one more spot. So same thing, patting under your eye because you don't want to be very aggressive and pull a lot. And then when it gets to my cheekbone, I do a little bit more of a rubbing motion. And then so down here, since I need more coverage, I'm just gonna pat. And then where I don't need as much, I kind of rub a little. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of my sandstone and conceal right along my nose. I have some sunspots. I should have listened to my mom. Not been in the sun so much. I'm actually gonna do that with my finger. There we go. Okay, so pretty well. Just gonna go over everything with what's ever left. Okay, so once that dries, it's gonna dry to a powder finish. So I'm gonna take actually, yeah, with this I'm gonna do my Mocha Java for a couple of things. I'm gonna take it on top of my foundation, add a little bit on there, kind of rounded. But actually, well, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. And I'm gonna take my Mocha Java and I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. You can use this or garnet, depending on what color your eyebrows are. I've done garnet before when my skin tone's a little bit darker, but that doesn't happen all that often. So I kind of take and make sure I don't have too much. And then very lightly, a little bit of this goes a long way. Very lightly go in and place your color. And since this is a cream, it's not fully set in place until it dries, which is really nice because you can go back and kind of mess with it, adjust it, and then let it dry. I always like to do a combination of my fingers and my brush to get it on there initially, and then my fingers to kind of soften things. So there we go. Okay, so Mocha Java is good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna take my blush brush, my Mocha Java, and just load it up on that brush, just kind of going back and forth all around and getting it nice and evenly distributed on the brush. And then I'm gonna do this as my contour. Kind of lightly brush it on there. And then I kind of do that to start it, build up the color, and then I'm gonna go back through and pat at the end to really set in more color and get the right amount of balance as I want. I really like this too because, like I said, this dries to a powder also. These are our Shadowsense colors. So it's really nice. You don't have to set it. I have really oily skin, so I like to just set everything. But on clients, I normally don't because it's really not needed, and not a lot of my clients have as oily skin as I have. And then I just like to start out really at a matte color anyways. Okay, so take the extra down your chin and along your chin. That's gonna really kind of slim right at your cheekbones. Or I'm sorry, at your jawline. Take a little bit at the end. Okay, so now we've got our color. Come here, Lola. Lola wants to join. Come on. Come on. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so I'm gonna take and actually blend my shadow. So now this has gotten to a powder already, so I'm just kind of taking what's left on the brush and blending it out, kind of soften it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Starry Night. It's a glittery Eyeshadow color. Come on. Oh my goodness, she couldn't get herself up here. Okay, so I'm gonna shake it up really good. And then I like to start kind of, hi baby girl, in the center, work my way in slightly, and then work my way out. Say hi, Lola. Nope, she's not going to. Okay. So I'm gonna wipe off the extra. Okay, and then I'm gonna take out my wing. And connect it over. And there we go. I don't always take my liner all the way over. I actually prefer to have my lashes do more of the work. So since I didn't have a lot on my brush, I'll go over and just start with my wing. Okay. All of these products, a little bit really goes a long way. So they end up lasting for a really long time, which is nice. And I don't have to keep replacing them, and I can just get new things. So anyways, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I do my mascara. So I'm gonna go in with my powder. So this is really nice. It's powder and a brush all in one, and this will lock down so that you can use it, and then you push it up, put your brush in it, twist it down, and you're good to go. So this you can take with you if you have really, really oily skin. I do have oily skin, but this actually will help keep the oil balance, so I don't need to. If I'm, of course, going out of town, it's coming with me for sure. But yeah, I've never really had to reapply throughout the day, so it's really nice. Because before I was having to use like the blotter cloths and having to have those with me, or just look really like a grease ball, which is not fun. Okay, so get that all over. So this not only for me like sets everything, it just makes me not as shiny, which shiny for me makes me self-conscious. So I don't like to be shiny because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at all the grease on my face. So that being said, I like to create my own shine where I want it. So this is Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. So like the one that was under my eyes, I take a little bit of this on my finger, dot it right on top of my cheekbone, and then blend that out and create that nice highlight. I'll do a little on top of my lips. Underneath, it creates the look of a fuller lip. So, and then you can see where the highlight is in there. So really pretty, really nice. And then I don't end up shiny anywhere else. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my mascara. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna use, this is Undersense. So this is like a mascara primer, which I do notice when I don't use it, I don't have nearly as long of lashes. I mean, they're still long, but you know. Excuse me. So I just go in with them, get a good coat on there. It's really nice because it's not white, and I always, with clients doing their makeup, I always had problems getting the white covered because it's already, you know, different for you to be doing it on them. It's already more awkward and more uncomfortable and everything. So trying to get in there and really cover that white, which wasn't wanting me to cover it, was really not fun. So I'm going to use my eyelash separator. So this is much nicer. It's got the gray color anyways, and it covers really well and easily. I don't have to spend like 20 minutes trying to get their lashes covered, which is crazy. But yeah, I really like it for myself because right at the tip, sometimes if I don't get that fully covered, like right at the tip and base of my eyelid, if I don't get that covered, I'm not stressed out because it's already dark. So just get that good coat on there. If you get some on your Shadowsense, it's really nice because it is completely smudge proof. So you can get the mascara, whatever it is, off of there and then not lose your shadow. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'll just go over it quickly, which is probably going to be today because I'm kind of running behind. So yeah, just get it on there really well. fully coated. And then I like to use this to kind of lift and separate. Let me do this one more time. Oh, you can hear the kitty one's out. Okay, so yeah, get anywhere that you may have messed up a little bit. Like with my lashes being longer, they do tend to get mascara on my eyelids when I'm doing this. So it's really nice to have this shadow that doesn't move. And I've got to touch up. Okay, so one more thing. I'm going to take my amethyst again. This time I'm going to take it with my liner brush and go underneath. And kind of make that really kind of like a smoky-eyed effect with the purple liner. And when I say smoky eye, I mean like smudged and not a really straight line, but very soft and almost fuzzy of a line. Okay, so done with that. I'm going to I'm just gonna go with my pink champagne today. This is like the most beautiful starter color. I take it with witch hazel and my Q-tip. Spray it on there really good. And then really wipe off your lips. And get it clean of all that makeup we just put on there. I always like to show people because, you know, you think you don't really have any on there, but you do. Like, I didn't purposefully put any makeup on my lips, but there it is. Okay, so pink champagne, and then I have my packet of Glossy Gloss I'm going to use. Okay, so 3 coats. I'm going to leave my lips open, wipe off the extra. Okay, and then just do 1 swipe. Let it dry really good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my second. Okay, second coat. Usually I do this with my mascara. While that, like I do my mascara while I let this dry. I forgot. Okay, so last coat. Get a little more. Okay. Always make sure you get the inner part and then the inner part there, especially with that last swipe, because that's what's going to wear away first, because it's closest to your saliva. Okay, so get it out so you can see my created shine and not my shiny thing. Okay, so I'm going to take my Glossy Gloss sample. I'm just going to put it on my finger. Okay. And then see, just glossy gloss, no color. So I think I'm actually gonna, take my Pearl Gloss with me today, so I'll take a picture of that later. But this is Pink Champagne. And then my Amethyst and Pink Frost Eyes. Just the two with my Starry Night. So let me show you. We did this. Starry Night. We have Sandstone Pearl. Mocha Java on my cheeks and brows. Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. So all of these. For a full face of makeup. So again, that's not a lot. And that's all gonna dry to a powder, except for of course the liner, that's gonna stay shimmery and beautiful. So let me know if you need more information about my videos or about the products or any of that. Oh, I forgot about the, also my Pink Champagne. So if you need any more information about any of the products or anything that I did today, anything makeup wise or even hair wise, let me know. Thanks so much for tuning into my videos.